class. Today we're going to be working on Chapter 3 of To Kill a Mockingbird. So who can tell me what happened when we last left off in Chapter 2? Izzy.
In the last chapter, Scout told her teacher why Walter didn't have money to pay for lunch because he was a poor country boy. She said that the teacher was embarrassing Walter.
Good. Can anyone else tell me what else happened?
Scout's teacher said that Scout was being annoying, so she hit Scout's hand with a ruler and told her to stand in the corner.
That's really, really great. Good job. You did all the reading. Okay, so we're going to read aloud the beginning of Chapter 3. Who would like to begin? Emily?
Yeah. Catching Walter Cunningham in the schoolyard gave me some pleasure, but when I was rubbing his nose in the dirt, Jem came by and told me to stop. You're bigger than he is, he said. He's as old as you, nearly, I said. He made me start off on the wrong foot. Let him go, Scout. Why? He didn't have any lunch, I said, and explained my involvement in Walter's dietary affairs.
Thank you so much, and we're going to stop right there. So while reading this passage over your homework, you were supposed to circle words that you didn't really understand. Did anyone find any words that they didn't know? Yeah, Marissa?
I don't know what the word dietary means.
Well, good question. So today we're going to talk about how we're going to solve what these words mean without using a dictionary. So we're going to be detectives, and we're going to solve what's called find context clues. Okay? We're going to use context clues to figure out the definition of words without using dictionaries, like I said, or asking a family member or a friend to help you out. So in order to be a detective, we're going to first start looking for clues. So clue number 1, we're going to first reread the entire sentence. So please reread the entire sentence to yourself and give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Good. So now clue number 2 is you're going to deconstruct the sentence. And all that means is you're going to break apart the sentence and you're going to circle the names and places. So what are names and places? What are they called?
Nouns.
Right, very good, just like we reviewed. So we're going to circle all the nouns that you find. So take a second and circle the names that you found. So now we're going to go to clue number 3. You're going to remember where you saw that name or that place before. So where did we last talk about Walter? Raise your hand if we talked about him at the beginning of the book. Have we met him yet? Was he in the last chapter? Right?
Yeah.
Was he in the last chapter? Raise your hand if you think he was in the last chapter. Awesome. So that means that was what was going on. So what was happening in that last chapter, Emily?
Scout told the teacher why Walter couldn't buy food.
Exactly. So we're going to go back to the sentence. And clue number 4, you're going to go back to the word and go and break up the word. Are there other words that you know that come from the word dietary? Diet. Right, very good. And what does diet involve, Marissa?
A diet involves eating food.
Exactly. So we're going to go back to the beginning of the sentence. So Marissa, will you go back and read the beginning of that sentence?
Catching Walter Cunningham in the schoolyard gave me
Oh, sorry. Starting at the part he didn't have any lunch.
He didn't have any lunch, I said, and explained my involvement in Walter's dietary affairs.
Perfect. So what we just did is we figured out from our previous knowledge of the story that what the word dietary means, but it means having something to do with exactly, with food. And just so you know, Scout also did the work for us because she went back, even though we went back and reviewed the last chapter, Scout was giving a clue by saying Walter didn't have any lunch and I got involved in his dietary affairs. So in your own words, you're going to take 20 seconds with your groups and you're going to talk about what you think the phrase dietary affairs means, okay? And I'm going to pick on a group, so yeah. Emily?
We talked about food.
Talked about food. So dietary affairs is just fancy words for food situation. So everyone else in your group, you talked about similar things, right? Okay, awesome. So we're going to review the 4 steps to finding context clues, and you're going to write these down in your notebooks. So 1, we're going to reread the sentence. I have a whiteboard. I'm going to write down reread the sentence. Find key names and places. Go back and find where you saw that person or place before. Break down the word, and put the pieces of the mystery together. So now, on your handouts, girls, class, you have a little rhyme that I made up, a little song to help you remember how to find context clues. So I'm going to sing it once, and then we'll all sing it together. So it goes like this. Step 1, you first reread the sentence. Step 2, you find key names and places. 4, step 3, you jog your memory and find where you saw those things before. Step 4, you break down the word. You find something similar you heard. You can then put the pieces of what you found together and you solved your mystery. All right, can everyone join in? 1, 2, 3. Step 1, you first reread the sentence. Step 2, you find key names and places. 4, step 3, you jog your memory and find where you saw those things before. Step 4, you break down the word. You find something similar you heard. You can then put the pieces of what you found together and you solved your mystery. Thank you guys. Have a